Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to another Wicked Wednesday. I am your host for this evening, Kwana. And tonight we will be watching Gothika, a Halle Berry movie that I have only seen bits and pieces of. Hello, hello, hello. What is up, Tyler? Darfelina? Hello, my loves. It's been a little while. If I could tell y'all all the craziness I have been through since 2 weeks ago when we last got together, last week. At this time, I was not here. I was getting ready for my kids' performance in The Little Mermaid. It did go off wonderfully, but it was a lot. It was a lot of kids. It was a lot of babies crying. It was a lot of yelling. And then I went on a road trip basically with some teenagers. I do not recommend. It's bad for the nerves, but we had a good time. We had a good time. So I'm back. I'm glad to be back with y'all watching movies, having grown people time. Oh, this is my zen. This is my self-care for the week. Oddly enough, watching Halle Berry scream on screen is therapy for me. You said you watched the whole movie back in the day. Listen, I vaguely remember this movie coming out. I was in college at the time. I don't know why I didn't watch it. You know what I think it was? This was one of her first major films right after Monsters Ball. And I had watched Monsters Ball, and it was, of course, glorious to see her win the Oscar for that. But that was a lot of Halle for me. It was a lot of seeing Halle in ways I hadn't seen her before. So I think I saw this, but it just didn't register. I don't know. I don't know if I was in my spooky girl phase, if I fell asleep or what, because it was in the college days when we had no money. So I'm pretty sure we saw this when it came out on video. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I see all this. It's got RDJ in it. It's got Penelope Cruz in it. It's got Charles S. Dutton. We sleep on Charles S. Dutton. If there's one man, especially a Black actor who I feel like doesn't get enough recognition, it is Charles S. Dutton, okay? Because we forget all his incredible contributions to theater, to acting. This man has done everything from Broadway. He's done August Wilson. Great actor. Great actor. Love him. I saw it back when it was originally in theaters. See, I don't know why I didn't see it in theaters. The only thing I can think is also around this time, Jeepers Creepers came out. And that was probably the last scary movie that I saw in theaters before I went on my little hiatus. So that may also be why I didn't see it. That had to be hard to do. Teenagers be a lot. And they be a lot even when they're not yours. And I'm just like, I mean, it was okay. It was a lot. It was a lot of kids. It was a competition. It was a lot of kids. It was thousands of kids all at one time. It was amazing. Rock used to be my show. Okay. You can can we get back to the 90s? Because I feel like in the 90s, you had just such a wide range of representation. And I feel like in the 90s was when we were like, oh, okay, we don't want to lose the working class representation. So you had Roseanne, you had Rock, you got the upper class representation going on in all the shows. You had Fresh Prince, and Cosby was just ending, and it was everything. That was a time to be alive. Like those shows airing and being on the air at that moment. And we just don't. Everything now is drug dealers, pimps, hoes. No offense to the drug dealers, the pimps, and the hoes, but I feel like that's everything that we get is either that or crooked wealthy people. And that's pretty much it. And if you do get a family show or a drama like maybe This Is Us or something, you don't really spend a whole lot of time dealing with like the aspect of that, what it meant for them to work in the field that they worked in and the impact that it had. Like, even I feel like This Is Us, we didn't really feel the impact of what that work did. And then by the time the kids grew up, they all had money anyway. Anyway, yes. Mr. Dutton has had an amazing career. Okay. I need to get back into Buffy there, but there was stuff going on. Got you. I am going to be posting the next podcast of Buffy. I have to just finish one more run through of like the sound and the editing, and it will be great. And I'm glad that everything is good now. It's been crazy. So I just want to remind you, if you are coming in late to the live, or if you're catching this on the replay, when we have our watch parties, you have to watch it on your end and we watch it on our end, and we all kind of just sync up together and have a good time in the chat. I will try not to talk too much, but just enough to keep it engaging. I will say, so we, of course, are watching Gothika. You see Halle Berry's face on the screen. That's what we're watching. And it came out in 2003. And it is available on YouTube and whatever platform you have it on. If I was at my parents' house, they got the DVD. I know that for a fact. I remember seeing it the last time I was there. But I have to say, what have you been watching? And this is the segment of the watch party where we shout out what we've been watching. Okay, a couple of things. I dropped a review for Heart Eyes. Finally got a chance to see that. Y'all, I was living my best life though, because I will say this. I got a chance to go to the movie theaters on Friday by myself, and I really didn't have a lot to do with like monitoring the teens on that day. And I watched 3 movies at the movie theater on Friday. Never before in my life have I done that. It was amazing. It was amazing. I went to go see Magazine Dreams. I saw Heart Eyes, and I saw The Monkey. And I almost could have probably snuck in a 4th movie. It was a wonderful, if you can ever have like an all-day movie stay, if I could have just stayed, because I went and then I left and I went and saw 2 movies in a row. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Happy Face, Raising Kanan, in the Pit. And you finally binged The Last of Us over the weekend. Okay, I see you trying to get ready for the next season of The Last of Us. I see you. Yes, we got to get ready for the next season of The Last of Us. I've not watched Happy Face yet. That is going to be my next watch. I know I need to watch The Pit, but y'all, sometimes I just can't be doing the medical dramas. It'd be too much. But I love, what's my boy's name who's in that from ER, and also the librarian. It's going to come to me in a second. Dr. Lee, you know who I'm talking about, but who is in The Pit. I love him. So I do want to watch The Pit. But I've been watching The Residents on Netflix. Noah Wiley. We right here, friend. We right here, okay? Yes, I do want to watch The Pit because I like Noah Wiley. He just seems like such a good dude. I ain't never heard no drama around him. Listen, I don't, knock on wood, because these folks be out here just being reckless, and then you hear stuff and then they attach their names to stuff. And I get it, you want to support people, and the people want to support people they know, then they find out stuff and then they can't like take it back. And it's just all kinds of drama. It's just too much. But I've been watching The Residents. I'm on episode 4. That is so good. If you have not watched The Residents, it's got Uzo Aduba in it. It is a Shondaland production. It's a mystery. I love a good mystery. And it's like a mystery like Clue. It's like giving Clue, Glass Onion. And her character it's Uzo doing what Uzo does. So it's wonderful. Such a good show. Oh my gosh. And aside from the 3 movies, I'm still doing the rewatch of Handmaid's Tale, trying to get ready for the final season, which I will be covering on the channel. Love Last of Us game, but never watched the show. I've never played the game, which is odd considering how much of a Walking Dead fan I was, and they're around the same time period. But I did enjoy the show. I do feel like the first half of the show, or maybe the first 6 episodes, are stronger than like the last 2 episodes of the show. But the show is really good. You can't Pedro Pascal. You can't go wrong with Pedro. Pedro is just so wonderful. I spend a whole day at the movies at least once every 3 months or so. Oh, get it? Yes, I have firmly decided that this year, for either Mother's Day or my birthday, I'm asking for like an AMC or Regal Unlimited or AMC Pass or something, so that I can start going to the movies more frequently. Usually in the summer, I can go like twice a week and go see something, but this was the first time I've ever gone and spent like pretty much the day. It was delightful. I loved it. Watching The Last of Us coming kind of makes me want to find a way to play the game. Yeah, I mean, I probably would not want to play until after they're done with this show, just because I wouldn't want to judge one because of the other. But I hear that the game is wonderful in terms of gameplay. I played some of the first game, but didn't play the second yet. But I might make that my goal to try to finish them both. Okay. Post-apocalyptic shows make me wonder if they're trying to tell something week to week. I think they know stuff. I think they know. Oh, and I'm gonna tell you, with Paradise, definitely they know some stuff, and that's their warning. Like, that's their wink, wink, nudge. Like, y'all might think this is just fun and games, but we got a hole behind a bunker sitting in the mountains of Colorado somewhere that y'all don't know nothing about. And when all this goes down, we're gonna be ready. Like, they trying to let us know that they're about to leave us. Absolutely. Well, I will say I try not to get too much into my prepper bag, because I used to kind of hardcore when I first started watching The Walking Dead. And I don't know if y'all remember that time, but it was like Walking Dead and preppers on TLC were really, really big. And so at the same time, and so we had like our bug out bags. I had a crossbow. We got some machete. Like, we went all out. And I do need to get a little bit of that back in terms of like just being prepared and having some shelf stable things. But watching Paradise, I was like, dang, I need to go buy those like EMP protection bags. Because we already have like one of the like little hand crank radios that's like got the solar battery, but then you also can crank it to generate battery. But if you have that and there's like an EMP, it's not going to work. So you have to get a couple of extras of those stored in the EMP protection bag and then put that in something. That way you can have battery power for lights and things like I'm like, see, this is what happens. This is what happens when I start watching this stuff. I start thinking about all the ways I need to be prepared, because I was like, I don't have money to build a whole underground shelter. So what can I do in real time? Do I need to go ahead and get some gas masks? Like, what do I need to do to be ready? I'm trying not to go off the deep end too much, because that stuff gets expensive, even when you're just trying to do the basics. Okay. Maybe one day we will have a prep with me session, and we'll have like a list, and we'll get like the essentials taken care of all together. We'll all gather together, and we'll get our beans and our rice, and we'll sit here together and we'll prep together. Okay, so you have to tell us, what are some of the best games? I'm really big into role-playing games and into like, okay, my favorite, Kingdom Hearts. Because I'm not a big gamer, and it's because like if it's too pixelated or it's too fast, I can't see. I have no hand-eye coordination. So if it's a game that's going to go so fast, and I have to be like a shooting game, like my husband loves those, and he always tries to get me to play, and I'm just like, this is stressful because I already can't see anything. But if it's got a little slower pace, like Kingdom Hearts was perfect. It was right in my lane. And I'm a Disney girly, so I loved it. I need some stuff like that. I do a little gaming. Okay. I think about being a survivalist, but okay, listen. Because like the cost of eggs, I'm like, we definitely need to, like, if I need to break I need to go call the HOA, say, listen, you're gonna have to start letting people have chickens because I need to get some chickens because the cost of eggs. Okay, the cost of eggs. Yeah, I don't like shooting games unless it's a cup game. The Walking Dead from Telltale is pretty good. And I don't know why. I've watched gameplays of it, but I never have actually played it. But I used to like literally sit down and like pull up a gameplay on YouTube and watch somebody else play it because the graphics of it are really, really good. Oh, I just feel like we are so the same person. Kingdom Hearts, y'all. You know, okay, we got married. People gave us money. We're going to start the movie in a second, y'all. We got married. People gave us money. Why did we went to the store. We went grocery shopping with the money that we got from getting married. This was after we got back from our honeymoon. And why did my husband let me buy Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2? And that's what I did for the remainder of the time that we were home before we went back to work after we got married. Like that was the thing that I did first was like I played we got home and I played Kingdom Hearts. Okay. You said think of the chickens. Like, I don't know what I mean. I just be thinking like, okay, we need to grow some potatoes. We need to start container gardening. I need to get some chickens because I can't be out here with no cows or nothing like that. I need a goat, but I can't have a goat in a neighborhood if I was out. So I'm like, just a couple of chickens for some eggs. Get ready. Played the walking game and some Telltale. They were fun. Like gameplay. Okay. So maybe out this summer that I do like to always have a game in mind. So that I can play it during the summer in an ideal world during summer vacation if I'm ever on summer vacation. But most summers I end up not being on summer vacation. So I always say if it's a summer where I don't have to work because teachers, sometimes you have to work because you need money and then sometimes you can not work. So if I can get away with it, that's like my time when I start gaming again usually. My sister played Kingdom Hearts 2 that and Final Fantasy 10. My husband tried to get me in on Final Fantasy because of course there's the crossover characters. And I could play a little bit of it, but I don't know, maybe because we were playing some of the older ones, the story, I just really like the story of Kingdom Hearts. And so that really got me because I'm a writing girly too. So it's like that just was right in my alley. But y'all giving me some stuff to think about. Y'all really are giving me some stuff to think about. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to cue up the movie. I didn't want to do our major movie news, but of course I will just say really quickly that if you were not on social media today, you might have missed that Marvel made some major casting announcements for the Doomsday Wars. And it was people have been losing their minds collectively on social media because apparently this stream was like 4 hours long and they were like slow rolling past these director chairs of like 11,000 actors who are going to be returning for Doomsday Wars. There are some people I'm super excited for. I haven't gotten Marvel fatigue quite yet because I just learned to pick and choose which ones I watch in theaters now. I still kind of watch everything. No, I'm not going to lie. There's some stuff I don't watch. And I will say I do wish that Marvel had allowed some of the other entities to continue to make shows because then there wasn't the pressure for everything to connect to the MCU. And there were certain projects that could have their own identity and feeling to it. So I miss the days when you had Runaways and you had Cloak and Dagger, which were on Hulu and Freeform. So Cloak and Dagger was on Freeform and Runaways was on Hulu. I always did feel like they need to be on the same network together, but the vibe of them being teen drama was really good, and Cloak and Dagger was just really well written. In terms of like from a cultural standpoint, it was really what they did for showcasing New Orleans was just really beautiful. I loved it. The Netflix stuff, it just made a lot of sense. You're going to go more aggressive, more hardcore to put it on a platform like Netflix. Yes, They have R on Disney Plus now, but obviously it just doesn't feel the same. It just doesn't feel the same. And I feel like even if they were going to take it off of Netflix, take it off of Netflix and put it on Hulu. And you might lose some of the production team, but the creative team, you could keep the creative team in place. So I really just hate that everything had to kind of fall under the umbrella of Disney and Kevin. Keep it that, okay, fine, Kevin, get your slice of the pie, but like everything just had its own identity and it didn't have to be so connected, which was nice. I like some of the projects that they've done. Like I liked Miss Marvel. That would have been perfect to join Cloak and Dagger and the Runaways with that vibe. And it fits with Disney. It fits the Disney plus teen vibe, because Disney doesn't really have a good teen market anymore. Like when it pops up whenever they have the Descendants movie come out, but then other than that, they don't have anything. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I know what's going on with Marvel, but I don't know, if that makes sense. Oh, Marvel stuff, great. That's all I got. Caught bits and pieces, but ultimately I will find out who's in it when the movie releases. That's the thing. Like I liked getting like I did a really good job of not watching any of the trailers for Deadpool and Wolverine. Like I hardcore stayed away. And so that was really nice, getting the surprise in the theater and not knowing who to expect. Like I genuinely didn't know who to expect. So those were genuine shocks for me. And if I know who to expect in all of these things, it's where's the excitement over having the surprise moments? The movies are getting too close to being like a TV series and it's been around too long. I just don't care. I think it's just the interconnectedness of it, because people don't really say that about DC, but it's because there's not that pressure to feel like DC has to they're going to have to take where DC has never really learned to master the Marvel feel with the balance that Marvel had. In my opinion, DC never mastered that. But the one thing that is really good is that their projects don't have to all be connected. They were trying, and now we're not having that. And now projects get to breathe when they don't have to fit that. And I think that's what Marvel needs to do. It needs to go back to saying, we've got the multiverse. Right before the movie comes on, we're going to tell you that it's going to be on a different planet. And now you don't have to keep everything in your head around who is who and what and what. And the cartoons don't have to interconnect. So why do the live actions have to interconnect? And I think that would make people not feel so much fatigue, because then if they're super fans, they can watch everything and they'll enjoy it. But if they're not super fans, they just watch the projects they want to watch that look interesting to them. That said, I just think, like, instead of having these phases and saying, okay, we're phase 4, now we're phase 5. When Endgame happened. And then, but they still wanted to carry all those characters over. And I just think it just didn't need that. It just didn't. It does. It does. And the sad thing is, because now all these people have been promised projects, like some of the people actually want to see them get their projects because they're connected to it. And now they're tied up and they're not like, Mahershala, where is my baby's Blade movie? Even, okay, Simu Liu is going to be in Doomsday. Okay, great. I'm glad, because Shang-Chi wasn't bad. It didn't need Awkwafina, but it wasn't bad. And he was really charming in it. And I feel bad for these actors who get attached to these projects and are looking for their big payday and their big come up and, you know, all of those things. And it's just, the quality is not what it needs to be. Yeah, I'm not as invested as I was before they laid Iron Man to rest, but I still watch the movies at least once. That's fair. I think that's fair. I haven't watched Daredevil yet. I really liked Daredevil, but I haven't watched it. Because now there's so many other things I want to watch. And also because it's like, okay, well, you brought Daredevil back, but what about Jessica Jones? And what about Luke Cage? Like, they didn't get their come ups. You said, okay, Simi's movie I did skip because I have a strict no. absolutely fair. We don't like, she almost ruined my little sis for me, my good niece Halle, okay? But I wasn't gonna let anything keep me from Halle. That said, and she almost ruined what is that? Oh my gosh, what is that movie? What is the movie? Um the romantic comedy. Why can't I think of it? Um it's gonna come to me in a second. Crazy Rich Asians. She almost kept me from Crazy Rich Asians. Just I'm gonna forgive her one day. I'm gonna forgive her one day. Okay, y'all. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. It's gonna be 10 o'clock. We're gonna be here all night. This is what happens when I go on a hiatus. Then we gotta catch up with everything, right? We gotta catch up with everything. See, Tyler, don't see. We're not. No. We're not doing this because I'm gonna go on a rant about Kevin Hart either. Because he get in the same boat with Aquafina, and we can just send them away for a little while. They just need to go away. Okay, they just need to go away. All right, we're gonna queue up our. We're gonna queue up our stuff. Let's just sit right here. There we go. Okay, it was a little. Okay, that was a little. It's speaking of Halle. We're gonna go to the big Halle, not the little Halle. It's Halle time. All right. So hopefully you got your movie queued up, and hopefully I won't jump too much. I just can't believe that I've never watched all this movie all the way through. I barely remember what it's about. And I wrote a description about it. Okay, Dark Castle Entertainment. Oh, you said I need to reset the clock? I'm gonna pause it for a second. Let me know. Let me know if that's okay. I know, right? Warner Brothers, Columbia Pictures. Okay, you said it's fine now. Okay, it was cutting up a bit. Speaking of which, the director of this, oh, he's the director that did Amelie. That's pretty cool. Oh, he's had kind of an interesting career. Mm. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness, Penelope Cruz, I've never seen you this way. Oh my, she cut his Adam's apple in half like a fruit. Why she look like she channeling Winona Ryder for this performance? And Angelina Jolie and Girl Interrupted. It's amazing how Halle just still looks the same. It's sickening. I'm guessing it's how she has this stressful looks at her. Like I just feel like that was the note that the director gave her. Like that's how we're gonna make you look. Like it's our doomsday in this movie. Wow. Joel Silver withheld 40% of his salary for this movie until after production wrapped as insurance against his behavior. That's crazy. Or maybe somebody's actually visiting Chloe's cell and she is saying that because somebody's drugging her. I hadn't even watched all this movie. I'm telling you, I guarantee you. Yes, Joel Silver is the one with Romeo Must Die. Um, and The Matrix. Yep. Why I don't remember that Rock was playing her man in this movie. That's a that's a that's a that's a that's a gap. That's a gap. Oh, sorry guys, I got a commercial. Luckily I can skip. I'm just a little bit I'm a little bit in shock and awe. Okay. Because they was about to get freaky up in his office. Oh, so her husband got the real nice office and she's down in the dungeon. The music has definitely got the creep factor, but she's way too comfortable in this mental facility. Like she's swimming here. She's is it a mental facility or a penitentiary? I'm trying to read the sign on the wall behind her. She's just so pretty. My goodness. It did say penitentiary. You see the okay. There we go. You could she too comfortable in the penitentiary. Oh, he's definitely giving creep. He's definitely giving that he's a bad guy, RDJ. I don't know if I'm good company to be saying this. If y'all gonna come for me and not love me anymore, but and I love Halle. I absolutely love and adore Halle. I do think that it's very interesting that she was the first and is now still the only Black woman to have won an Oscar as Best Actress, because her work for me is solid, but it's not always. I feel like her best acting performance was in Dorothy Dandridge, which wouldn't have been eligible. Oh, a sinkhole opened up, so I'm guessing that's a hell mouth. Well, we're not even going to count her. You said Hallie doesn't know, but yeah, I haven't watched Monsters Ball since it came out. To be fair, and the ship that she was good in that movie, but it's people just never win. I'll be honest, very rarely do people win for the movie that they should have won for. Like I don't think Denzel should have won for Training Day. Hey, this is just like Shutter, another movie with the dead girl on the road. Hallie deserved that win, but so is Angela, Viola, and others. Yeah, I mean, like, and I think Angela just she should have gotten it for What's Love. I'm so sorry, like that. She was so good in What's Love. Denzel should have gotten it for Malcolm X. Training Day is good though. I think there's an argument that can be made for like the duality of it, but yeah. Well, Zoe, she definitely won like what best supporting. She won best supporting, and she's the first woman of Dominican descent. Definitely don't want to call her a black woman. Now she caught on fire and grabbed her by the face. Oh no, I got a commercial. Oh my. Fire in the rain, water puts out the rain, Pokemon 101. Water puts out the fire, me to say. I mean, well, that part. Y'all, I'm shooketh. Y'all, I'm shooketh. Doug being a baddie with his smoke, okay? He was enjoying himself laid back. That was an interesting pairing, though. Mm. This is what I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. Why can't she have no real clothes on? Why can't she have pants or some shorts? Why she just in like a t-shirt? Doug was leaning back like he was at a strip joint. I'm just wondering what was going on. Okay, they gave her some pants this time. I'm glad. This is wild. Is this gonna be like? I feel like this gonna be like some double jeopardy type mess. Like he faked his death kind of situation. Okay, there we go. Mm-mm. You're crazy. You look like me, Miranda. The mist means a clue to solve this mystery game. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. If you were dreaming Miranda, then Freddie would pop up. Don't drop the soap, okay? Group showers make me fall. I never regain consciousness. Every time we talk, I tell you, you and me, we are the same. Because I would, my spirit would leave my body, and it would just elevate, and that would just be the end of me. Why is Halle always taking showers with her mouth open? She does this in a lot of movies where she's taking a shower. She's always got her mouth open. I just never like. I don't know. Do people take showers with their mouth open? Hmm. Okay. Because Halle does this good shower, she lets me clean it up. That is that what it? I just in every movie. I guess it's supposed to be like. Well, this is not supposed to be sexy, so I don't know what that's supposed to be. But like, I think I wouldn't mind it as much. But that was a group shower scene, and I just keep thinking like, water is flinging from orifices, and it gets into your mouth, and then she's a mess. No, okay, Sherlock, literally Sherlock. Oh my goodness. Okay, come on, Iron Man. Figure this out. She still looks too pretty. The best doctor on your staff because she's stuck on the inside. Does Halle look better in short hair or long hair? She looks better with short hair. I I hate that. I like this length, but it reminds me very much of losing Isaiah. But when she had that short hair and boomerang, baby, she was so bad. Yes. That's that iconic. She was a baddie. Dorian, you gotta help her, Dorian. She did have that short hair in Flintstones. So get to the point, sir. I gotta pause it for a second, y'all. I just have to point out how iconic it is that Dorian Harewood and Halle Berry are in this movie together, and she played Queen, and he about 5 or 10 years before she ever played Queen, played Queen's son, Simon. So it's literally like mother and son in this scene. He played Simon in Roots: The Next Generation, and she played Queen in the miniseries Queen. I just had to point that out. Mm. Oh, I definitely think I don't trust. I don't trust Pete. I don't trust the sheriff. I don't trust none of these men. Quiet as it's kept. No offense. And my thing is, now they cleaned her wounds. You saw what them wounds said. So now it says not alone. And you think it's her. Oh, look at the reverse swing. The nightmares are giving her clues. Ah, okay. This is a lot. Yay! Skip the commercial. What? Not Rachel Ben dead. Mm-mm-mm. Somebody done killed Rachel. And you just took it at face value. And now Rachel is back tormenting poor Halle Berry. like, she's dead. No, it can't be. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. Girl, but them ghosts believe in you. Stop. Now, herein lies the question. You are Halle Berry in this movie. What's her name again? Dr. Miranda Grey. And you say if you were the ghost of Rachel Parsons, you would let me out the cell. And then Rachel unlocks the door. Do you go out the door? Or do you stay and say, never mind, just let me go. Leave me alone. You say, hello, Casper. It's okay, Miranda. Casper's a friendly ghost. Not she. Yo, why does girls just slip and fall backwards? Let's have run into freedom. Why she slip and fall backwards? I can't lie. That happened to me one time in college. I slipped on a Stephen King book and I went backwards. Is that Pete's office or your office? Y'all remember them screensavers when you used to type a little message in your screensaver? You said you getting out like Tina Turner. You running like that. And Pete been looking her up. She forgot she was supposed to be escaping. I would be like, okay, Rachel, as I run, you got to open the doors, okay? See, this is making me feel real sketchy about that one light that my husband needs to change. That it keeps flickering in his office area, and I'm like, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and change that light like pronto. Hey, friend. Thank you for hitting me with a hey, girl. Hey. I have never seen all of this movie, Kay. So this is my first time like watching it all with. I want to say all I remember from this movie was the part where she was driving in the rain. I think that's where I stopped. So I didn't see none of this stuff. RDJ about to drive me crazy right now. I'm about to slap him. Why is he so angry? Is he angry because the woman of his dreams went crazy, so now he's mad that he don't have a chance to get with her? Like, I feel like he's being overly aggressive to her. I don't like it. Maybe he's acting like this because they holding his check, so he don't go on no benders, and he's mad. He's like, y'all got me over in Montreal filming this movie with Halle Berry, and I can't go out and get no drinks. What kind of fun is that? So he's mad. That's all I can figure out. Because he really wants me to smack him in this movie. Okay. Like, I'm really feeling agitated towards him. I was gonna say what kind of volleyball play playing, but then I forgot that they all drugged up. They tired. This is my worst fear in life. My three worst fears. Something happening to my babies, ending up in jail for something that, especially for something I didn't do. Oh no. And then like going out in any of the ways that are in the Final Destination movies. Those are like my three worst fears. She trying to help you, Chloe. Tell her. Okay, but which Final Destination scenario is your real worst fear besides the log truck? Besides the log truck. Oh no. Not he said she next. That's creepy. Um, Not counting anything that's kind of hinted at in bloodlines. Probably either the roller coaster or like anything where it's like the like hooks getting into your mm, maybe the elevator. Yeah, no, you know what? The glass plane that falls on oh my gosh, was it oh what's my boy's name? It was in the third one. I think it was the third one. It wasn't the third one. It was the second one. Was it TC Carson's death? TC Carson's death with the pane of glass. I think that was it. You said for me it was when Shawn Michael caught that piece of metal from under the train. Only thing I was thinking is that shrapnel flew so fast and it was like more instant. So it was bad, but it was really instant. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of not. That's not my worst because that was instantaneous. Anything that's like instantaneous and I'm gone fast, it's gonna hurt, but then I'm gone. I'm like that's better than like anything that's gonna be like painful and then you're gone. You had me over here in Canada to do this country filled with odd people in Canada. He was like, "You got me over here, and then you over here holding my money, so I can't do nothing." Now, see, this is where Rachel loses me now. Rachel, you trying to get old girl to help you. You can't be flinging her every which way but loose. Oh, dang. Ah, they saw this woman hitting the wall like that, and their thought was she's trying to hurt herself. I maybe I just listen. I ain't gonna put it past no spooky ooky stuff. I would have been like, that don't seem right. Somebody find me a Bible. We gonna start praying. All those metal stairs falling on that guy in the second movie after he slipped and fell. That was creepy. We gonna start praying. I'm gonna start pulling out some Psalm 23, some prayer Jabez, something. Because you're not gonna be having me up in this thing and you just throwing me every which way. Where is she running to? Not the mouse. Oh, that was real. Y'all want me to be in a movie? There's gonna be real mice. Oh, y'all can keep that check. Wait, hold a second. How much she got paid for this movie? She might have made like 10, $20 million for this movie. So I might understand her saying it's okay. It's okay with the mice. These are some good camera shots. How she think they not gonna see her in that pool? That's a deep pool. You hit the floor like that, your back would have been broken by that fall. Okay. I mean, at minimum, you're breaking an ankle. Like those parts of your body with them small bones, something's getting broke. How she gonna come up loud? How she gonna come up loud? Come on, Halle. Joe is a good man. Okay, Joe. Okay, Joe. Joe is good peoples. I hope she remembers she baked Joe a pie when this is all said and done. Because at least she got one friend left in the pen. How Joe get home from work though? You said what a white savior. Well, listen, they had two options. They had to either send her a white savior or a magical Negro. Okay. Now, I guess she is her own magical Negro. So there you have it. How is Joe gonna get home? You said Joe gonna get a ride because he good people. Whip it, whip it, whip it. Rachel got some good taste in music though. And when he died, all he left us was alone. It was a rolling sun. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, oh, now see, Rachel could have let that run through a little bit more because Papa called himself a jack of all trades. They could have hit us with that part. What do you want from me? I remember that line from the trailer commercials for the movie. Was this around the same time that Brittany Murphy movie came out where she was like, "I'll never tell"? What movie was that? I never saw all of that movie either. I miss Brittany Murphy. Don't say a word. What year was that? Oh, that was 2001. I'll never tell. I just remember that. Now that song is going to be used in Jordan Peele's next movie. Hmm. A movie about a man's father goes out to buy milk one day and never comes back. And then he learns years later that his father was a serial killer and he comes back for him so that he can carry on his killing spree once he's gone. Ooh, ooh. She chopped rock up. Mm. Why, thank you, kind sir. I appreciate it. How are you going to play Kingdom Hearts without an answer? Oh, well, that was his doggy hand too, man. Oh, who was dead in the bathtub? Oh, she was in the bathtub. Oh my goodness, another commercial. I'm shooketh. There we go. That's a nice bathtub, though. They should have shut the music off during the scenes with Halle's journey into the house and find out the clothes. That would be good, like to have it go silent. I'm trying to think of how old was she when she did this movie. I guess she was 37. 36. And he was 52. Mm-mm-mm. This is a lot. Yeah, Halle was like 36, if I do the math correctly, because I think she was born in 66. So she would have been 30 and 96. So 36 when they filmed, and like 37 when the movie was released. Oh, good evening, love. How you doing? Well, see, everybody loves this movie. I'm glad I'm just watching it all the way through, because I've only ever seen like the beginning of it. That's another thing. I live in the South, but I could never live in like an old Southern house, because I've seen too many scary movies in old Southern houses with the paint fading and stuff, and it freaks me out. And I would be thinking that it's haunted, so I couldn't do it. Same. Look, we all it's so much. Everybody just needs. We just need. I don't know. We need to be like, can we be in the house for like a week? Can we get a 1 week off so we could just get some rest? Well, I feel really strong in my guesses, so I'm not too worried about you spoiling it. I feel really strong in my guesses on what's going on and who is involved. Because I'm pretty sure Rachel is trying to get her death avenged. Somehow or another, we keep ending up on revenge movies, like spiritual revenge movies. I don't know how we keep ending up on them, but we do. Is this the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake with this place here? Like it, I I think that's why I don't really, as much as I be getting into my survivalist game, I don't really want to like to have a farm or nothing, because then I think over time the farmhouse is going to look old and then I'm gonna be freaked out. We have to have stuff in the farmhouse to like take care of animals, and it's gonna look like death warmed over, and I'm gonna be freaked out. See, 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 see. Why was we out in the barn? Why was we out in the barn filming, filming, filming? That was where Rachel died. You can't tell that's where Rachel died. And why would they not get rid of the bloody sheets? Why would you leave the sheets there? Y'all, now of all the medication in that bag, why did I see a pack of Gas X? Why was there? Did y'all see that pack of Gas X? Stop watching it, girl. Stop watching it. Not he said it's good to be God. Oh no. Oh well, girl, you did what you had to do then, honey child. You did what needed to be done. They scared me. They had me. Oh, yes. What a freak. And so Dr. Phil just gets to go wherever he wants to go, huh? Not Robert Downey Jr. Um, broke Halle Berry's arm making this movie. Did y'all know? They left in the word point. There's RDJ being unhappy again. Neither do I, but they believe in me. Makes her sound like a nut. Yeah. I wonder if he really has bad vision because he has glasses on in almost every movie. And that makes me feel a little bit seen. Oh, here come your girl Rachel. She about to get you out. You cop looks like the guy in the office, the US version. It's um um John Carroll Lynch. She be She being real dumb right now. Cooper, when you see a barn hemp form, means that thing stink. She being real dumb right now. Oh Lord, this is commercial reminded me that I gotta get my taxes done, y'all. At what point in all of this did RDJ break her arm? Because I would have been cut. Even if it was accident, that would have been cut. It's a wrap. I hope you got enough film to finish up your little movie, Mr. Director, sir. Not John Carroll Lynch. Yeah, I guess probably that first one. Yeah. Where is Rachel? Hmm. Oh, he tripping for real. When you have odd ink on you, it makes you nuts. So what happens? He burns up and now she doesn't have evidence. Dude, he crispy. Late. You late. She didn't have to do all the heavy lifting herself, bruh. Oh, she got a new haircut, y'all. I didn't know Penelope Cruz was younger than Halle Berry. Look at RDJ's face. He's very unhappy being in this movie. Because they was holding his money, like letting him drink and get high. Mm. All the ghosts supposed to be counting on Halle to solve their murders. I know they should have did a sequel. This is like the Sixth Sense / Shutter. Have you seen Tim? Oh dang! She about to be seeing ghosts, seeing dead people everywhere. Mm-mm-mm. His new haircut, but it's not the Flintstones look. That they couldn't let her look too good, because then it wouldn't be a scary movie if she looked too good. And there's that Limp Bizkit song. Oh, it's listen. Now listen, okay? I'm not gonna listen to this whole song. Now listen. As we wrap up for the evening, let me just say this, okay? This is not as bad as the people was making it out to be, okay? They made this movie now on Rotten Tomatoes, it's at a 15. But if I'm not mistaken, Rotten Tomatoes was not a thing. Okay, launched in 98. But it wasn't really big in 2003 yet. So it got a 15% out of 165 reviews. That's not good, but whatever. But Metacritic and Cinema Score, now Metacritic was bad. It was 38 out of 100. But Cinema Score gave it a B. And I think that's fair. It wasn't the worst thing. Now listen, we did not need RDJ. I'm not gonna hold. We did not need RDJ at all. He didn't do nothing for this movie. There wasn't any information that he ever gave her that was helpful, and he didn't come save the day. So really, it was just like, we need to throw a white man in here for reasons we don't know. They could have found a way to let Dorian do a little bit more. other than just being the attorney for 2 seconds. I mean, I guess they need to sprinkle in something, to, give her some more obstacles. But they didn't need RDJ. I'm not going to hold you. So a little bit of that was like unnecessary. I also think they didn't have to lean quite as literally with like the whole like hell imagery. I think we could have gotten the idea of her being possessed without seeing the literal possession, and it could have been still spooky ooky, especially because the scenes where we don't see the ghost but stuff is just happening to her, it was still giving spooky ooky. That said, it wasn't a bad movie. Yeah, you liked it then, and you liked it now. It was good. It was good. I would like to see a remake for this, but if that happens, like, I think if they didn't have to show us Rachel, we didn't have to see. I like the whole idea of at the end, he thinks he sees Rachel and we never see Rachel, but he thinks he sees Rachel. And then he turns around and it is just Halle's reflection that he's seen, but because of the drugs, it's distorted in his mind. And it's like his guilt coming back. And then he turns and Halle still takes the shot. I think that they could do all of that without ever showing us the ghost, just to make it more psychological. But it was good. Yeah. Folks just be hating. They just be hating to hate, okay? This was not a bad movie at all. I would say out of all the things that I would do a little different, Halle was still Halle. She was still Halle. The spooky ooky elements. And Jim letting her borrow the car to get out. That was almost the price of admission right there, just to see what a good guy Jim was. She should have took him a pie. The last scene should have been her showing up on Jim and his wife's doorstep with a pie saying thank you and keys to a new car. That should have been the end. Seeing RJ in this movie was annoying, and there were points where he looked unhappy and didn't want to be there again. If I ever get a chance to interview him, I'm going to ask him, what does he have against Canada? Why was it so miserable for him to be in Canada filming this movie with the Halle Berry? This was good, guys. This was a good pick. Okay, so for tomorrow, we are watching Blank Man, okay? Because Tyler, you said so. So we're going to watch Blank Man. And then next week, I think we were, if I'm not mistaken, were we going to watch the Gabrielle Union one? Because I feel like if that's still playing, we could watch that. I'd be okay with that. I haven't seen that one, if it's still available. Was it Breaking In? I bet you that RGJ would say it was cold and boring. Cold and boring, but not enough snow. And not the literal kind. Especially since Joel was holding his money. Yep, you wanted it, you got it. Okay, we're pulling it out. If y'all want, we can watch the Gabrielle Union one. Breaking In next week. I'm cool with that. But I'm fading fast, so I'm going to go get some rest. Since we got caught up tonight, we can get into the movie tomorrow. I had a great time, guys. Thank you all for joining me to watch Gothika, which was my first full length time watching it. So thank you for that. I was really shocked because I really did think I saw that movie, but I really didn't see that movie. Yeah, I really didn't see that movie. So that was a good one. I like when on Wednesdays I see one that I haven't watched. Okay. Good night, guys. Good night, Tyler. Good night, Darfalina. Stay safe, stay well, everybody. Stay healthy. I'll see y'all tomorrow if you can be here. Okay. Love to everybody. Deuces.